Welcome to the Blue Monday ranking of the 10 last Ipswich Town away kits running from the 2014-15 season until the one that was released last week. I would like to say this is a Blue Monday ranking, but really it is just my personal ranking because I'm sure some of the stuff I say today won't be what everyone else would agree with on the team, because for me, I think the away shirts are much harder to rank than the home shirts because they're all so different and there's so many criteria that comes into them. For me, as a kit nerd, the things that I look at is design, style, practicality, just whether it looks and feels like an Ipswich kit. And there's some decisions which I make are going to be probably controversial, starting with the first one. My 10th ranked kit of the last 10 is this one, the Barcelona Style kit that we had in 2015-2016. For me, I didn't like the yellow on the Adidas or the arms. I didn't like the Adidas badge in the middle. Whilst the kit was a decent one to wear, the thing that annoyed me about this, I looked at it, I thought, well, it's not really an Ipswich Town away kit because I don't know when we're going to be able to wear it. Lo and behold, one of the early away games of the season, we play away at Reading, a team that played blue and white, and we have to wear an orange kit. And I think we ended up wearing the orange kit more times than we did the away kit that season. And for what is supposed to be an away kit, it sort of failed its first criteria, being actually able to be worn in games. So I know that was a popular kit, but it wasn't popular with me, that one. Number 9, I'm sure you just got a glimpse of it there, is this number, the Magical Vegas Steward Style orange shirt. The problem for me is that Magical Vegas in the middle of it in the bright colours. Any kit looked bad with that on there, and this one was no exception. Some of the details I quite liked, the black, the sort of down the stripes. It was a good quality kit, as was most of the Adidas ones in that era, but it just didn't work with that on there. I did manage to pick up a copy of the shirt without a sponsor on it, as here, and I'm sure people would agree that is a far nice looking shirt. You actually see some of the detail in the design, and it is something that, had we had a better sponsor, Ed Sheeran across there in black or Green King, I think that would have been a more popular shirt than it is, but as it is for me, it's number 9 in the list. Number 8, again, maybe it's me, it's the Barcelona Style kit again. I didn't like the yellow, it's still got the yellow. I didn't like the yellow in the badge, on the Adidas part of the badge, and I didn't like that being central, and this had both of those. One of the differences which I preferred from the previous Barcelona Style kit and that actually made it wearable was this. The back was burgundy as opposed to navy. That made a big difference for me, and it actually passed some criteria of being wearable. So number 8 in the rankings is that one there. Number 7, this one, a nice design, a nice kit, but it never felt like an Ipswich Town shirt to me. Red shirt, black shorts, red socks. I don't know. I know our away kits have changed in colours over the years, but it's just not a colour or a kit I associate with Ipswich Town. Even when I see it now, it doesn't look like one. I like the detail. I like the white stripes under the arms as opposed to over the shoulders. Nice with the numbering on the back of there. It all works as a kit for me, but I don't know. Like I said, it didn't feel like an Ipswich kit, and also it probably loses a few points because later in the season it went from this to this. We only had half a season of that kit, and then we had half a season of this kit. We had some good performances in this kit. I remember an away win at Hillsborough when Martin Waghorn scored 2 goals, but Magical Vegas, it just made any kit worse, that sponsor there, didn't it? The next one in the rankings is this one, the orange kit from 2014-15. I did like it. There were parts of it I really liked, and the main thing I liked about it was the fact that the blue and white home kit and the orange and black away kit mirrored this. It feels a very Ipswich colour. It feels a kit. It was just a little bit too plain for me, the first one. As you can see, this one isn't badged up, and it really feels like it's missing something without the badges there. It has the spaces for it, and just as a standalone kit, the fit for this one was also a size down. It wasn't until the next season where Adidas got the fit right on these, but I know it's a nice shirt, but maybe not nice enough for me. And the number 5 in there is this white shirt, the Marcus Evans one. Again, quite a plain kit from Adidas, as a lot of them were, but I just really like the colour scheme. I like the white and blue on this. It just misses a few marks because it's hard to see, but the shirt is in 2 panels from the front of the shirt to the bottom of the shirt, and for me it just doesn't, it's just not a nice detail. It's just not a nice finish to the shirt. But this is probably one that if I'm choosing to wear a shirt, when I pick one up to wear one, more often than not, I think actually this is a nice looking shirt. I've got this one without a sponsor as well, but even the Marcus Evans sponsor on this one looks well. It's got the same blue on the sponsor as it has got on the stripes and the collar. So it all just goes together nicely. We had different numbers in that season, and just a nice plain kit, that one. Next in the list, number 4, last season's outfit. I liked it when it was released. I didn't like this bit, the stripes there where they are slightly different. It feels a bit of a strange detail, that one. I like the stars on the back with the name and the number. It's a nice shirt, but an issue which I mentioned earlier at the start of the video, it wasn't a big enough contrast for me from the home kit. I think now when you hear we have a lot more information about the amount of colour blindness men in particular suffer, that I just remember watching some games last season thinking it's not a big enough contrast from the home kit being dark. I think we're now in a stage where you sort of need to go dark and something totally contrasting, and I'm not sure this did that. So for that reason, it's marked down a few points, and C comes in at number 4. Number 3, I've only had this for a few days, as has anyone else. It's the new 23-24 orange away kit. I think this is a great shirt. I really, really like it. I like the detail. I love things like the badge being in the same colours as the shirt. The only thing that I noticed yesterday, I was walking in town and I'm seeing a lot of these kits about everywhere at the moment. I think this is very popular, especially with the children. This is one my kids chose. But I saw a kid with Connor Chaplin 10 on the back of his shirt, and the printing is in black as opposed to navy like the rest of the shirt. That would be brilliant if that was in navy as well. Just would really bring it all together. But that's obviously a minor criticism. I say this is a nice shirt, and I heard somebody talking about shirts the other day, and they said a shirt is a bit like a local pub. It's not what it looks like on the outside, but what you do in it that counts. And I think this might be one of those shirts. If we turn the season from a season like last year where we end up right at the top of the league going up again, this shirt might be moving up a few places on the list because I think it is that nice. I think we're going to wear it a lot, and I think it's a shirt that some good memories could be created in. Number 2, and I think this one is going to probably divide opinion, but for me, I really like this shirt here. I know a lot of people didn't like the shirt, but I just think it had some great details on it. I like the badge and the Adidas matching it. We had a special dispensation from the EFL to change the colour. As I just mentioned on the last one, they're going black on navy. Well, this one we've gone for this really nice blue on there, which no other team had. It was it was a very unique shirt. I know a couple of other clubs got it in the end on the template, and especially in the MLS, there was a big, I think there's a campaign, sort of an eco-friendly campaign for a weekend, because half the teams played in a version of this kit and half the teams played in a similar one of these prime blue kits, which is made from recycled ocean plastic. I like the message. I like the fact it was the most eco kit in history. Admittedly, ideally it isn't great, but it's the most eco-friendly kit in history. We use it for a year, wear it a handful of times, and then never see it again. But no, I just like this kit. I don't know why. I think it just went really well with the shorts. I just think there's just some nice detail on that. But yeah, I'm sure that one's got a split opinion, like the Barca shirt at number 10. And number 1, I'm sure people are working this out by now because there's only one left, it's this one. A nice, plain, sort of some nice details in there. Again, the colours, the blacks go in there. The thin stripes you can see on there, which I think it was based on the Germany kit that they've just worn at the Euro 2020 that was held in 2021, sort of across Europe and in England. I like the black detail. I like the stripes under the arms. I think that's just a really nice Adidas feature. And I think this is just a nice, clean, smart shirt. The sort of shirt that you can wear for years when you're playing football on a Monday or Tuesday night at 5-a-side, and you've got this. You're on the white team, and this is just a smart-looking shirt. The sponsor's great. The Ed Sheeran sponsor, probably one of the best sponsors out there in the Football League when you see it, and it's just a work of art, plain but does a job to the point. We had some great moments in this, some brilliant wins, sort of under Paul Cook at the start of the season when we went to Wickham, wore this shirt and gave them a good 4-1 beating. Just some brilliant goals. I think we might have been, we did wear it at Portsmouth as well, where we won 4-0 on another wet night down at Fratton Park. I got Macaulay Bomb printed in this. At the start of the season, he was firing goals away from home, and this was the shirt he was wearing. And no, that was my number 1 shirt. I'm sure people got some comments on that. Leave them in the comments underneath the video, and I'm sure I'll be coming back to most of them, and I apologise if I've upset anyone with the ordering my shirts, but like I say, this is just a personal opinion and it's mine. I can't talk on behalf of the rest of the Blue Monday team. I know I've already spoken to Rich and he disagreed strongly with a couple of these, but here we go. This is the starting point. Enjoy the conversation.